heard about like something big is happening. Well, let me confirm it. Yes, it is true. Something big is definitely happening. And I am excited. And Ben, if you want to go ahead and start the first slide, that would be awesome. And guys, my husband and I, we've actually been around the profession for the last 30 years and kind of seen the ins and outs of the business and really have had a chance to, just really look at like what's working, what didn't work. And, we've been able to have some success here and there, along with all of these incredible leaders you're going to get a chance to hear from. Big, big, big business all over the world. And the one thing that I want you guys to know is that, our company, Nueva, I really love kind of this tagline of really what we're all about. One thing that you're going to see here tonight is that our business, first and foremost, it's all about being backed by science, but we want to build it for lifestyle. And what that means is, guys, being able to have the choices and being able to choose the things that you want to do in your life, whatever that looks like. And it's so incredible as we are kind of rolling this out. Literally we're in day 8 with this business, right? And, sure, we would have loved to have maybe done it a little bit differently, but the situation and the circumstances that happened, we didn't really have that choice. So we're like, here we are, and let's go. And so the one thing that I always remind people is that, in any network marketing business, the number one thing that's the most important are the people. The people are the assets. And the one thing that you're going to see here with Nueva is that we are 100% driven by purpose. Now, can I tell you what our purpose is? Our purpose is one thing. Our purpose is you. That is a reason that we created this company. That is the reason that we will go down on the record books. That is the reason that there already is a buzz, because people already know that we are doing things differently. People already know that we are focusing on the people part of the business. And we know that when you get the people part right, all the rest falls into place, guys. What typically happens in network marketing companies, they always get the people wrong. And that's the reason that people are looking for different opportunities. That's why they, fall apart in a business. That's why things crumble. That's why things don't grow the way they should, is they forget the most important person. The purpose of the business is you. And guess what? We know that. We know that. And so because of it, we are launching this business correctly. We're launching it from the heart. We're doing it the right way. And our whole goal is to set you up to win, whatever that looks like, right? If it's creating a healthier lifestyle, awesome. If it's to set you up financially, awesome. If it's to, help you become more social and build stronger friendships, and maybe you're a little bit lonely and feeling isolated, well, welcome, right? Whatever that looks like, we want to set that up for you. Again, our business is created for one purpose, and that's you. So with that, guys, I want to actually turn it over to an incredible, incredible person. I've known her for the last 20 years. I've seen her do big, big things. I've actually had a chance to work with her over the last 13 years. Prior to that, I always wanted to. And then we had a chance to. But even here, I get to do it even in a much, much bigger way. And man, I'm just having an absolute blast running with her side by side. She's produced millions and millions in this business. Single mom. So for those of you that are moms that are on, let me tell you, listen, this girl is for you. She's your number one fan, championing you, because that's what she's been doing. And she just fell in love with this profession, has done incredible things here for a really long time. So without further ado, I am actually going to go ahead and pass it over to my business partner, Michelle Barnes.
Oh my gosh, Sarah, thank you so much. And I'm listening to you and I'm like even more fired up than I was before I got on here. And I didn't know if that was possible. I'm like, who is she right now? Like, this is like next level Sarah over here, guys. And I didn't know there was another level, right? So, Sarah, you're amazing. Obviously, we've been in this profession for a gazillion years together, started in the same company decades ago, and just have watched each other's journey over the last 3 decades. And it's been amazing. And it's nothing compared to what we're about to do right now, my friends. So thank you. All right, you guys, seriously, look at that. Nueva. I mean, are you kidding me right now? Like, I just look at it and I get full body chills, okay? Which is always my sign that big things are happening, like big, 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 okay? backed by science, built for lifestyle. But like Sarah said, it's built for you guys. It's built for the people. Nueva, just the meaning of it, you guys, it's the Spanish word for new, like new beginnings, total rebirth. Okay. What we're doing here, guys, Nueva is not going to be your typical standard, Me Too company. It's just not. What we're doing here is so unique and so exciting, and everybody feels it. Everybody feels it. Everybody knows it. I mean, like, it's like trembling across the globe, you guys. And that's another thing is we're going to be global on day one, guys. So there are people that I've been dying to work with for so many years that we finally get to. But I am telling you, Nueva is a movement. Okay. It's the new standard. And when I say that, like, to me, standards are everything. When you raise your standards, you raise the bar in your entire life. When you raise your standards, like, everything just gets better. Okay. So I want to challenge every single one of you, whether you end up being part of this incredible movement that we've created or not. I want to challenge every single one of you to raise your standards. Okay. Go out there and live the life that you're truly meant to live, that you deserve to live, because I am telling you what we're doing right here, guys. And it's not just new, guys, it's next level. Okay. And I know a lot of you feel that the messages that I'm getting, this is like, God has his hands all over this business. And the messages that I get, literally hundreds of messages every day, are saying the exact same things. Things like that. Things like, oh my gosh, you guys are going to turn this entire profession upside down with what you're doing. Like, big leaders, big people in other companies are like, okay, we're kind of scared of you guys. I'm like, and you should be. Okay, in the nicest way. Okay, I mean, some of these people are my best friends. I want their success. But guys, we are redefining what's possible. We really are. And I'll tell you, this profession has given me everything for the last almost 3 decades. August will be 30 years that I've been doing this business full time. And I was a broke, law school dropout, waiting tables, bartending. And like Sarah said, fast forward almost, 29 years, I'm a single mom and the sole provider of 2 awesome teenage boys. But let me tell you guys, like, what this business can do for you, for your family, for your health, for everything, and for just who you want to be as a person. What I said the other day, I said, it's not only it's not only are we raising our standards, it's the new standard. And I wrote this down. It's the new standard of wellness, wealth, and worth. Like, if you want to look better, feel better, do better, make a bigger impact on the world, make a bigger impact on the people's lives that are around you, then this is the place to be. So I want to share with you our mission statement, our vision statement. So if we can have that next slide, I'm just going to read it because it's so powerful and I get chills every time I read it. So this is our vision statement, you guys. Nueva exists to elevate lives through clean, optimized wellness solutions, transformational leadership, and purpose-driven community. We empower individuals to rise into their next level of strength, clarity, and contribution, physically, financially, and energetically. And you guys know I'm totally an energy freak, okay? I always say energy is everything and everything is energy. It's caught, not taught, and I know you're catching it. So next this next chapter, guys, I mean, like Sarah said, I mean, this has been 8 days. I mean, it's insane what we have been able to pull off in the last 8 days, you guys. And so I just am so excited. I want to introduce one of my best friends on the entire face of the planet, someone who is an absolute freaking legend in this profession. She has a heart as like the biggest heart on the planet. Okay. And for those of you that don't know her, once you do get to meet her in person, you'll get the biggest hug and the best hug in the world. And talk about energy. When I say energy is caught, not taught, I mean, you just know when this woman's in the room. Okay. Same thing with all these leaders, the leaders that have started this company and launched this company. I mean, guys, the collective brilliance. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm giving myself chills again. The collective brilliance of the people who have started this company is second to none. It is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. If you've ever read Think and Grow Rich, when they talk about having a mastermind, I mean, this is a mastermind in motion, you guys. This is something like I have never seen. The way this group of people have come together And the way it's all happening is just divine. It really is. So without further ado, I want to introduce the legend herself, Miss Margie Aliprandi. Margie, take it away.
Thank you, Michelle. Oh my gosh. Guys, this really is like a dream come true. To be able to create something so worthwhile and to be able to do it on our own terms. Hello from Mexico. I think I've spent more time in the air than on the ground over these last 8 days that all of this has been coming together. And you guys, I feel this so deeply from the depths of my heart. This group of people that have come together have a purity of intention that is palpable. So my opportunity as it pertains to Nueva tonight is, I know I am in Mexico actually, is to be able to tell you about our 5 pillars. So if we could flip to the next slide, please, my love. First pillar is powerful renewal, a new chapter, a reset built on a foundation, like Michelle said, of massive experience. Guys, when we came together for the previous venture, we had one goal: to create a platform where more people could win, more success for more people, and a home for everyone. This is a new chapter, and it begins from the inside out. It is not a trend, it is transformation, and it is movement, a movement. Next one is purity of performance. So this, you know that we led 35 years ago, you guys, we led the clean label revolution to create products that are free of questionable and toxic ingredients. We are not backing down from that. If anything, we are doubling down. Every single product will be clean and targeted and effective. And we're only going to use the highest caliber ingredients. Incredible. Number 3, we rise together. You guys, we're starting with an idea that is going to grow into the biggest thing that this profession has ever seen. And as a handful of us came together and decided to plant our flag, and then more and more of you said, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in. I just want you to know that we're all like thumbprint in the foundation of this, and we're called to the most visionary part of ourselves to be able to see what isn't here yet. And we all rise together. Together we rise. The collective elevation of all of us. We need everyone, not just a handful of people. Next one, strength through substance. So we are redefining what strength looks like. And it isn't physical strength. It's in the real sense, science, not science fiction. It is a purity of intention. And may I also add that we just want to give you all of the tools, each one of us, the tools that we need to continue changing lives. Now, finally, prosperity through purpose. I know the group of people that have come together here, each of you, I know that you're driven by purpose. And Nueva's #1 goal is to give you what you need so that you can fulfill your unique purpose. Now, let's talk a little bit about the product categories. Want to keep this moving along. So next slide, please. Everyone's like, well, so what are the products going to be? Tell me more about the products. And we're telling you as much as we can, as quickly as we can. So first of all, product Nueva, the products, Nueva Core. That's going to include your foundational wellness products, multivitamins, adaptogen, gut health kinds of products. Nueva Glow will be skincare, hair care, cellular vitality, collagen, antioxidants, beauty from the inside out. Nueva Flow will be metabolic support, digestive support, and hormonal balance. Nueva Rise will be energy and cognitive performance, and as well as recovery. And Nueva Pure, detox, hydration, cellular reset. Nueva Essence, mind body rituals, emotional balance, and the signature of wellness experiences. And so in previous Zooms, I know that I kind of went through a laundry list of the benefits of just one of the products that we're going to be launching with. You probably remember I'm doing my best to be compliant here, but it improves circulation, it improves, supports the body in improving cognitive function, heart health, immune response, muscle development, like on and on and on. What if I were to tell you that product, that one product, is going to come in a can? What if I told you that it's going to have a sachet for sampling, right? What if I told you that this is an immediate experience, immediate result product, like you're getting a result as soon as you try it? Don't you love those kinds of products? So, and then guys, when I say next level science, I've already begun doing some research on, you've heard a lot about peptides, right? And real peptides, science, not science fiction. And oh my gosh, when we say bikini in a bottle, not kidding, guys. This is next level science. It is blowing my mind. So super excited to be able to share those things with you. And now it's my opportunity to be able to pass this on to Rick Teague, as I like to say. He's the smartest man I know, right? Like in terms of like compensation plans and all the things, like he has got a business mind like no other. He's got 2 law degrees. Rick and Michelle Teague have been in our profession for 40 years. They've done over $1 billion in sales. In our most recent adventure together, they were in the top 5 of global producers. So with that, help me welcome the one and the only Rick Teague.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Last time you said I was the smartest man in the world, and that is a really, really hard one to live up to. So you tamed it down a little. All right, I'll get right into it tonight. So next slide, please. All right, I choose my words very carefully, and anybody that knows me knows that. Normally when I say a word, I could probably explain why I use the word for maybe an hour. And I'm going to spare you that tonight. But I use the word historic very deliberately. And let's just go to the next slide. Next point. I mean, so yeah, no, back up to 2. Yeah, right there. So this is historic in 2 ways. And like Margie said, I've been in the industry for 40 years. I'm a student of the industry. I've been on, all kinds of advisory boards. I mean, I can't say that I know everything that goes on in the industry, but most of major things that go on in the industry, I'm aware of. So I've never known a company, the magnitude of the one that many of us were in just literally over a week ago, that ended as abruptly and inexplicably and unfairly as that one did. And I'm just going to say the reason companies fail in this industry, I mean, maybe the reason they fail in a lot of industries, but especially this one, generally comes down to mismanagement or greed. And I'm going to put a 3rd category in tonight, and I'll just call it evil. So, and once again, I use that word deliberately and carefully. So that one came to an abrupt and inexplicable end because of basically greed and evil. And on the other hand, the company you're looking at tonight, that's literally just 1 week out from inception, was also just as abrupt and inexplicable in starting, if that makes sense. And I've come to, I'll just say the first couple of days after that happened last, just over a week ago, you go from disbelief to shock to anger to this to that. And then very quickly, about 2 days later, we decided all to kind of do this on Sunday morning, which is interesting. That was Palm Sunday. But we decided to do it. And then by, literally Monday, Tuesday, we could see it taking a life of its own. And it started becoming very apparent to me that this company was supposed to be. And we couldn't get to this company without that happening. So it's almost like they were intertwined. And I'll just kind of leave it at that. And let's go to the next point, because this kind of fits in there. Divine providence, that's the only way I can say it. If you really, as we go through time, we don't have time to go through it all tonight, but as we go through the weeks and months and whatever, stories will be told about how all this came together. And if you knew what had happened over the previous year, that was kind of like if it hadn't happened over the previous year, we couldn't be doing what we're doing, especially as fast as we're doing it. The only explanation you can come up with is divine providence is right in the middle of this. And once again, this was meant to be. And this couldn't be without, you know, the other thing ending the way kind of it ended. And we were all kind of forced into action. So let's go to the next point. And this is, you know, and I try very hard to not use these overused cliche network marketing superlatives. So, but sometimes you just have to have the word to describe. And this is a unicorn company. I've been around a lot of them, obviously, once again, over 40 years. It's a unicorn in many respects. Go ahead and put the next point up. And I think it's really a unicorn because we specifically set this up. When we were discussing whether we wanted to do this on last Sunday, it was like, we wanted to do it really not just for us, but for all of you that are on here and all the people that were going to follow us. We didn't want to have another abrupt and inexplicable end. We didn't want to be the victims of incompetence or mismanagement or evil or greed or arrogance or any of that. So we sit there, and I can just tell you the 8 people involved in this. So there's basically 8 people. I'm not going to list them out. But I can just tell you pretty much every one of us have been in network marketing or network marketing related projects and companies for our entire adult lives. Now you think about that. So I'm talking about the people with the money, the people with the infrastructure, the people with the product ideas, the field leaders, the entire nucleus of 8 people that decided to start this have been in network marketing, this industry, for the entire pretty much the majority of their adult lives. That means we have network marketing field DNA, and this is designed by the field for the field. That's about as fast as I can put it. Next point. That's what I just said. I'm good. I knew what I was going to say. But anyway, once again, I'm being very deliberate in my words. I'm trying to keep them very short because I know we've got a couple more people to hear from. But just once again, take a screenshot of that. Take a picture with your phone. I'm telling you, once again, I could talk about each one of those points for 30 minutes each, but hopefully you kind of got what I was trying to communicate. So let's go to one more slide. And just a little bit on the comp plan. Everybody's like, what's your comp plan? What's your comp plan? What's your comp plan? We're basically, I can just tell you, the comp plan of the former company worked. You know, it worked. I was in on many of the, modifications and enhancements through the first few years of that company. We wanted specific behavior. We wanted to very aggressively and robustly reward both recruiting and team building and customer acquisition. From what I've seen, many companies out there reward one or the other, but not both. So that's what we set out to do in that company, and we did it, So, but there were also 2 or 3 tweaks that we wanted to make throughout the years, and it's just hard to do it. Once you've got a few years under your belt, you're kind of embedded, and it becomes progressively harder to make tweaks and change things. So, but we had 2 or 3 things we always talked about. Man, if we could do this over, we'd really do it this way. So we didn't know exactly what that was going to lead to, but this is our chance. So we're bottom line, we're going to have a dual engine comp plan that aggressively and robustly rewards both of those. We're going to have very aggressive, back in the other company, we had what were called customer pods. That's where customers were incentivized to share out to other customers. We actually had customer duplication, layers of customers within a pod that didn't take up a level or generation in the comp plan. We're going to do the same thing here. We'll have, on the team building side, we'll have deep generational pay. We'll have a leadership match. We'll have first order bonuses. And we're also working on a couple of other things that we didn't have in the other company, and we're going to leave those for a later Zoom. So without any further ado, I am going to bring on Tony, correct?
That's right.
Tony, Tony is a celebrity rock star of the world. He was probably top 2 or 3 in the former company. He's an icon in the industry. And man, I just couldn't be more happy or prouder to be in business with Tony and all these other wonderful people. Tony, take it away.
Well done, Rick Teague, and well done, everybody. I'm sitting here, and what I get excited about and why Sarah and I are all in is that everything you see has been built from the field. So think about this for a minute. We know what works, we know what's broken. And we just didn't talk about it. We created the solution. We created Nueva. We created a home, like Margie said, for everybody. And here's what I know. I look at everyone that has spoken tonight and the years of experience, the money they've made, the hearts that they have, the skill sets that they have. It's just phenomenal. And this team has done over 2 billion in sales. 2 billion in sales the last decade. So you think about that. So you look at what we've created here. You're looking at the slides, you're hearing the story, you're hearing more about how we're doing business. But here's what I can tell you is this is going to stay current. Everything that we do, it'll stay fresh. We will innovate. We will grow. We will scale. We will have a global presence right off the bat. And one thing I love and how it's built by the field is that you will see us paving our own path in lifestyle, our own path in wellness. We will be doing things companies have dreamed about doing for years, but they can't because all the drama and all the gossip and everyone fighting with one another and them trying to go to their owners and get money and sell them a story of why they needed to do this so that they can grow, so that they can, stay competitive with the marketplace. None of that is going to be done here because the field is what has built this, built by us, for you. And the beautiful thing about this is that we get to do this with amazing people just like you as we create new categories, as we do things no one else has ever done before in the profession. You can be proud. You can say, yes, I'm first. You can say, yes, I'm a category creator. You can go out there and scream it from the rooftops and know there's no one else out there that has what we have. When it comes to technology, when it comes to scale globally, when it comes to product lines, when it comes to systems, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to working with the people that you get a chance to work with. Now, I'm going to finish one last statement, and we just don't preach community. We live community. And there is not a better group of people that know how to create culture, create community, empower one another, lift one another, get others to rise, get others to feel empowered, get others to make impact. And we do it all over the place. And it doesn't matter your rank, the money that you're making, how fast you're growing, how slow you're growing. You know what? We don't really care because we're going to love you, because we're going to pour into you. And one of the things that I admire so much about the group of people that you got a chance to hear, and you're going to hear from John Money Melton in a little bit, but I'll say this, is that you look at the shared experience, you look at the skill sets that we have, you looked at our collective vision, and you put those 3 things together, and that creates community, that creates a culture where people win, where people feel empowered, where people know I found my home, and I'm working with some of the best people that have my back no matter what. So as we rise together, know this, you're rising with people that have high integrity, high morals, high values, that will put their business on the line for yours because they want you to just get growth and find a home where you can feel like, man, I'm doing this, but I'm doing it with people that really care about me. They don't just care about how much money I'm making them or how much volume I'm doing for them. They really genuinely care about me, and that's what we built. And there's not a better guy that I know that I get a chance to bring on that cares about people, that cares about what we're doing every single day, that has so much passion, that has so much commitment, that has so much skill in this business. And I'll tell you what, he's done some amazing things the last decade. I got to see it firsthand. I've got to be in rooms with him. I got to be on calls with him. I got to be in chats with him. I got to travel the world with him. And I know he's just warming up, and he will do things in the next decade that no one in this profession has ever done. He will do it, but it won't be about him. Let me tell you that. It won't be about him. It'll be about you. It'll be about all of us. And my pleasure to bring on my friend, the man, the real John Melton.
I like when Tony Zalecki introduces me. That was awesome. So, y'all, I don't know about you, but I'm fired up, jacked up, and excited. And it's just funny because, y'all are just as fired up as me. And you haven't even tried the products. You haven't seen the comp plan yet. Wait till you see the launch plan. Wait till you see the website. Wait till you see what's coming. Because I've seen what Josh is doing behind the scenes. He's been showing us like what the site's going to look like. And, they're putting together like the back office, and everything is getting created this week. He has 13 programmers in Hong Kong working 60 hours this week, each programmer, to get everything prepared for our launch, which will be right around May 1st. So some of you are going to say, is it going to be on May 1st? Around May 1st. Let's just say the 1st of May. The goal is May 1st, but it could be, a few days after that. The point is, we'll be able to start pre-enrolling people. You should start building your list. Who are your VIPs? Who's in? If you were invited on this, say, I want to be in the VIP. Now you might say, John, what's the VIP? What's the VIP? It's simply just saying, hey, when you're ready to share more information or share your link, I want to enroll, because you'll be able to enroll for free. You'll be able to enroll for free around May 1st, because we'll open up the pre-enrollment, and then for several weeks, we'll be pre-enrolling as many people as possible, not customers, just those of you that want to earn income. Because in the beginning, right, we have to do this in phases. We're not trying to be the fastest growing. We're not trying to be the biggest and the best ever, although I think that's going to end up happening, especially with this lineup of leadership that we have here. But the goal is to do it right. The goal is to do it right. You got Tim working on the comp plan. Tim Housen's like one of my favorite people of all time. Been working with this guy for 10 years. Him and his wife, his kids, like we know their family. Him and Brian, founders of this company, like these guys have been in the profession for decades, and they're wicked smart. They have a very, very advanced skill set to handle all the things that us in the field that we're not going to be handling. Like we're not going to be dealing with that stuff. Like it's incredible the infrastructure we're putting together. I mean, you have icons, legends, Michelle, Sarah, Margie, Rick, Tony, our incredible team from our previous company. What they did to us was dirty. What they did to us was not right. And that's why we want, it's weird. I keep telling people, not that I enjoyed going through that, but it's the second time I've been through a situation like that. Actually, third time if I count my first company. At some point, you're like, dude, I'm not going to just go join another company and have this happen again in 5 to 10 years. No, we need to build something that's going to last. It's like, I think Rick said it, built for social marketers. Built for social marketers by social marketers. And in some weird way, it's actually a good thing our last company was shut down, because I don't know if we would have done this. I don't know if we would have had the courage to do it. I don't know if we would have had the desire, because we were all making really, really, really good money. And by the way, we could have gone anywhere. We could have gone to any company. They were throwing money at us, offering us the world. Come here, we'll give you a bridge, we'll give you this. And sure, but how is that good for our people? And how do we know this isn't going to happen again? The only way we can make sure this doesn't happen again is to do this with people that we've been in business with for a very long time, that we know we're actually friends. Like we're all friends with each other. We've been working together for a decade. And the only wild card is Josh. You guys don't know Josh, but I've known Josh for 15 years. He owns another company. So you've got the tech, the customer support, the infrastructure, products, warehouses, manufacturing, all the things that Josh brings to the table. Then you got Brian and Tim and their skill set, their expertise. You got all the leaders you heard from tonight. I'm pretty good at this too. Nadia's behind the scenes, building out a customer service team. Y'all, you have no idea. Listen, also check this out. So Brian's our founder, Brian McMullen. For those of you who don't know, Brian at one point, I'm not kidding, he had 5 different companies paying him a monthly 6-figure check. He said on the Zoom about a week ago, he's made more millions than years he's been alive. It's insane. And plus he's done really well in other things outside of network marketing. It's just incredible what we're creating. And it's hard because we're like chomping at the bit to tell you guys everything, but we can't just yet until contracts are signed. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're doing another Zoom. Yes, we are. We're doing another Zoom Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we'll have more details. Are you noticing we're giving you more and more substance each time? Right? We're giving you more and more each time. This is our first time with a slide deck. Y'all like it? Nueva, baby. So let's talk about Brian. So Brian put together a letter. And those of you that are leaders, you're going to love this. So it starts off, this is a letter that's going to go out on Business for Home. So I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but he didn't say I couldn't. So here we go. I'd always ask for forgiveness than permission. So Brian McMullen starts Nueva as the solution to distributors losing their incomes. An open letter to my peers in network marketing. I've been fighting for the rights of distributors since I was the vice president of the Distributor Rights Association 20 years ago. I used to have a list on my desk that I titled the MLM Graveyard, and I would add to that list every week all the MLM companies that would start and then go out of business. So many companies that never should have been allowed to enter our space have hurt the people they swore to protect. These companies always either fail by incompetence or greed. Nueva is the first. Sorry, guys. I get like choked up reading this. Nueva is the first company that will bring science and products that you can't find anywhere, not even on Amazon. And that is a very bold statement. I tell people that I'm the founder of Nueva, but I didn't create it. This company was created by the hearts and minds of the most brilliant individuals the world has ever seen, and also definitely by divine intervention. Amen. Have you ever had a dream that something could be created that was so big and unique that the world will be wondering how you even came up with these ideas, especially in a week? That is what Nueva is. It's a dream that many of us have had in our profession, but now it's come to life. I was happy in my life. I had no plans to start a product and lifestyle company, but the company I was with for 23 years closed its door with absolutely no notice, and they did this on payday so that they wouldn't have to pay commissions. Yeah, that happened. Many of my close friends lost their incomes. I decided to get the team together and create something unstoppable. I've never lost. I never lose. You won't believe what you're about to see. Brian McMullen. Yo, what else is there to say? Listen, y'all can wait and see what we do. You can sit back and chill, but the rest of us, we're going to go build our empires. We're going to build our VIP lists. We're going to build our trees out, because once we do have customers that we can acquire, whoever's got the biggest team is going to bring in the most customers. We don't make money recruiting. Let me be very clear. Some of you are a little new to this whole game. You're like, oh, we make money recruiting. No, it's not about recruiting. It's about helping people build a sales team or a sales base. In fact, some people might go out there and build a customer base, and that's all they do. They just share the products they love, and they help people. Bikini in a bottle. How many of you love that? Are you kidding me? Anyway, you go out there and build a customer base. You teach others to do the same thing. That's where our money comes from. It's from helping people. I've never met a better business model. You help people get healthy. You help people build an income. You do it with people that are awesome, positive, energetic. We got a little bit of energy, a little bit of passion. That's what it's all about. It's helping people get wealthy and healthy, helping people create freedom and lifestyle. And it's not just a product company. We ain't just some product company. We're going to be launching in 200 countries. People are like, is it in my country, this country? We're going to have a digital product. So the answer is yes. I know it's hard to believe. It's even hard for me to believe. But I'm just telling you, I've been having trouble sleeping, not because I'm stressed, but because I'm so freaking fired up. And I hope you are too. And if you're not, well, I feel sorry for you, because we're going to do some epic, legendary, remarkable things together. And I think most of you are fired up. That's why you're here. So let's go. We'll see you Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the next Zoom. And by the way, if you're a guest on tonight, make sure you get back to the person that invited you on and tell them, I want to be on your VIP list. I want to be the first to know. And when pre-enrollment opens up, I need your link so I can get started with the rest of you. Remember, we're all starting at zero. None of us right now have a team. None of us right now have a link. Not one of us has made $1. We're all starting at zero. This is going to be fun. You ready? I know I am. Let's roll. See ya. Peace. Love you guys. Let's crush. Great job, everybody. Bye-bye.